Hey, welcome back to the Divine Discussions with Carly and Madison episode I don't even know anymore.
I don't know either. It's fine.
We took a little bit of a time off for this because we had a lot going on. The world's been chaotic, life's been chaotic, but good in a good way. So, we're going to get into that and give you guys some more details on why it's been so chaotic and what has been going on. So, my love, Carly, let's talk a little bit about what has been going on with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me, where are you right now?
Where are you in the world? I am on Gili Trawangan. All right, so that is a tiny ass little baby tropical island in the middle of Indonesia. So people know Indonesia like Bali usually. It's not in Bali, it's in Lombok. So it's about 2.5 hour boat ride away. And yeah, I'm back on my little island.
Paradise,
Finally.
baby.
Baby.
I'm just living through you right now.
Yeah, well, it's happening. I made it
Yeah.
happen. It hasn't been easy though, as you know, with
Yes.
everything in the crazy world and such. So where do I even begin? Um, Perhaps even in the beginning of this year, not this year, like even the year before, with like all the craziness that happened in the world. I was living here as well. I've lived on this island for like 3 years now, which is crazy. I found myself here years ago and I just kind of never left. And I met my boyfriend and I have my business and everything's just going really well. And then COVID hit. And then my passport was full. That was a big defining moment on whether or not I would go back to Canada with all this craziness in the world because of all the restrictions, the cancellations with the flights, everything that was just like all over the place. No one knew what was going on. But I knew in my heart that I needed to go back to Canada. And I'm very, very good at following that, even if it takes an arm and a leg to get somewhere. Like usually I'm pretty good at it. I don't know how, I always just end up doing it.
Yeah. The power of your own mind, manifestation.
Yes, girl. I just, you just make a decision to do something and you have the will and the urgency and yeah, the mindset to manifest it. It's all kind of connected, right? Um, it was really hard though, because leaving here and leaving my boyfriend and such, didn't really know when I'd be able to come back, right?
Yeah.
We're like, it could be longer, it could be, we want to do 2 months, I'd only be in Canada. And my beautiful sister had a baby and I was just like, I gotta go see my family. Like,
Yeah.
this is it. I don't care, we just have to make it work. So I did. And a couple flights canceled later and money I basically could have thrown into the ocean. I made it to Canada in December and I kind of got stuck. I got stuck for, instead of like a month and a half, 2 months, I was there for 5. And I am so glad that happened, Madison. I got to see you.
I was just going to say, it worked out great for me because I got to spend some time with you.
Yeah, we never met each other in person. We always had this virtual relationship, which is great. We'll take it.
Yeah.
But we got to hang out and like work business together. And I think being around each other's energy as well, like it's inspiring to be with someone as well who wants more and like has that bigger vision, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was like
So
magical.
it was magical. We're the best. And then yeah, and then I ended up getting my, oh yeah, I learned a lot through this. I got my old job back. Um
Yes.
at the cafe, yeah, the cafe I used to work in, and you know all this. But I've been working on an island for years, you guys. Keep this in mind. And I was working all online jobs. With COVID, I got all of my jobs. Basically, I was fired from it because no one wanted to pay me with anything anymore because no one had any money because no tourism was coming in. And it had me really take my actual wellness, like network marketing business, seriously. Like I finally had this fire up my butt to be like, oh, congratulations, Carly, you have nothing else, no more plan Bs. That
Yeah.
was like the universe, whatever's out there really telling me, like, you say you want to be successful in this. You've been, having these backup plans forever to cop out of going all in with this because of fear of self-sabotage, whatever else was going through my brain. But now this is all you have and you have no more plan B to fall back on. So I think that was a big thing that I fell into before I even left to Canada. So I was in my zone trying to build my business. And then when I go to Canada, I got my old job back to make more money. And then I started working 9 to 5 again and back into the old grind that I used to have. And I was so thankful for it just because the extra income that was coming in, that I thought if I'm going to be in Canada, I'm going to fucking hustle my butt. And I was always really, really good at that as well.
Yeah.
Of like 2, 3 jobs at a time, right? And I know you, Madison, too. Like when we work, like no matter what it is, but
Yeah.
we're very easily burnt out, me and
Yeah.
you.
That's right.
Yes, yes. And so, yeah, I was working on my business like basically all evening. And then I would go to work in the cafe all day and see my friends. And I decided, like, I'm just going to put my head down and save. And so by the time I go back to Indonesia, I'll be like completely fine. Like money will be flowing to me. And I just got into the mindset of just, this is it. I'm just going to get my shit done. But then I started to burn out a little bit at the cafe, and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, this is totally why I don't want to work. As much as I'm so thankful for the job and my old boss, you've no idea, they're so beautiful. And I thank them every day in gratitude for what they've given me. Even coming back, they just hire me right away. It's so cool. Um, but when I was like mopping the floor at the end of the night, working really hard, I'm so thankful. I'm just like, I am so thankful I have my business online. I was like, whoa, okay, epiphany, here we go. This is it. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to have to keep falling back to the jobs that I'm thankful for, but are keeping me like the old Carly. Like, and it's not even judging people who work per like by the hour. I think everyone does it. I get it. It pays bills.
Yeah.
But I think me and you, Madison, have seen such a bigger vision with the business that we have, right? To create more of like a residual income
Yeah.
impact where you can make money in your sleep as well. You still have to work really hard, but it's just a different kind. And yeah, it was amazing. I was just such a aha moment. I'm like, wow, we're in a good spot right now. But I didn't quit the cafe. I just kept working my ass off still.
That
Right?
says something about you, right? It's like you have this vision of this business that we're building, and you know that you're well on your way to getting there, and you're working your ass off doing it. And you didn't have to work that cafe job, but you did it anyways. You busted your ass off. I saw you, and
Yeah.
you totally burnt yourself out.
Yeah. I did.
What did that
Yeah.
teach you? What did that teach you?
Honestly, what I think is okay, it taught me it's okay to work hard as well, though. Like, I think that a lot of people are like, oh, don't work so hard, like, take it easy. And I'm all for that grace and that flow. But I think a lot of us give ourselves an out too many times. And so I wanted just to go, like, I'm young, I have this work ethic. Fuck it. If I'm going to burn out right here, right now, I'm just going to commit to it because I'm going to commit to everything that I do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, for sustainable long term vision in a life, like, I just, yeah, absolutely. It taught me that I just don't want to be working for someone else's dream, first of all, and working in a place that doesn't give me purpose or fulfillment. It's just a paycheck.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
just come in, work your hours, and leave. And you kind of have to keep up with the hours, right? I have to get like keep taking shifts and stuff. And I'm really good at just, yeah, again, putting my head down and getting to work. But it just taught me a lot of what I don't want
Mhm.
in this life, and knowing that in this business that we're in, it's called like the 4-year career for a reason. Like, after, if you work so hard for 4 years, you can literally go like this and just like see what you've created.
Mhm.
And have time freedom. I want time freedom and flexibility.
Yeah.
um, so anyways, that was kind of the experience with like the whole working situation.
Well, that's
um,
the thing that we always say is it's just a season. And that's a season that you chose to just work really, really hard, and it pays off in the long run, right? But
yeah,
it's not something that you do forever.
yeah, but most people do, don't they?
Most people do. That's absolutely right.
Right? Like, I see and such hardworking people, right? Where you just have to be in awe of people sometimes, but also sad because people don't know another way to kind of live life.
Hmm.
Like, I see so many people working to the bone still at like 80. I've seen it, and I'm like, you were never taught that there could be another way of doing something, and having the freedom, time freedom to be with your family and retire early and do the things that you love. And I've just it's just, it breaks my heart sometimes too. And I just want to create something totally different, you
Yeah.
know? Don't you?
Yeah. You know, I look at my parents even, they work in film and they work their asses off.
Mhm.
And I look at them and I'm like, man, I appreciate everything they've done for me in this life and everything they continue to do for me, but I want them to retire so badly. It's like after so many years, you get burnt out. It's time to decide, go, hey, something ain't working. It's time to make a change. It's time to live your life to the absolute fullest. Like, that's what
Mhm.
this is all about, is experiencing every single day like it's your last. Like, live it up.
Do it. Seriously. So many of us settle, you know. Were you actually on that training that we had the other night? And if you haven't, please watch the recording with Kate and Anthony Golay. Did you
Yeah,
watch it?
yeah, yeah. No, I didn't watch it. I'm going to.
Yeah, please do. So I'm just going to share something that they shared at the end. So just to give some clarification, Kate and Anthony are like our mentors in this business. Like they are like our grandparents in this business. They've been doing this for a lot longer than we have. They've built up a crazy, incredible system for everyone to learn from, and they're always there to support. And they're like the hottest young couple I've ever seen. And they have 3 kids,
Wow.
and they're just like that typical like hot family, surfer life, like just living the dream.
Yeah.
But they actually told their story and stuff about how they got there, and how hard they worked, and it didn't come easy to them at all. They literally put their all into this, and they proved that they could create a legacy business for their kids as well. But with Kate, her dad just turned 100, which is crazy. But before that, a little bit before, he was still working, driving trucks. Right? I don't know what exactly it was, but he was driving every day, all day. It's just his job. He's been doing it for his whole life. And her and her husband had a campfire, invited him and her grandma over. And she could say to him, Dad, you're never going to have to work a day in your life because we're going to take care of you. And that is what network marketing did for her father. And she started crying when she was sharing it. And she's like, back in the day, he was so embarrassed by what I was doing. When she first joined into network marketing, he said, don't tell anyone about it. And now he's yelling at, guess what, that thing I told my daughter not to tell you guys about? Well, now that job or that business is paying for me to retire from the work that I wasn't able to retire from before.
Oh my
And
God.
like, I'm sorry, like if that is not proof enough that what we're doing is fantastic and just changing lives, then I really don't know what is. And I want to be able to do that for my parents. I
Yeah.
would love to do that.
Yeah. That's exactly what I want. And it's so possible. And we're on the right path. So it's crazy. I just got goosebumps you telling me about that. So I'm going to have to go watch that training when we're done this.
Yeah, please, please, like get on it. They're incredible. Um, I think also they say when you're like, you like are holding yourself back from something, or you're afraid to do something, or you're really, really playing small and you're like in denial about it. You're like, no, I'm working hard, but like really you're not. And you're like
Yeah.
doing everything that you should be doing, and you're like, copping out a little bit. They say like, who is one person in your life who you would like drop everything for? Or if you did have a bajillion dollars, you would take care of them and stuff. So like for you, who would that be?
My parents.
Your parents. Yeah. And everyone in this activity that we did on the call, everyone wrote mom, dad, or like sister. It's always family usually.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, well, how about the next time you play small, you imagine having a conversation with them and saying, hey mom, I'm so sorry that I gave up on my dreams. And I'm really sorry that I played small, and I'm really sorry that, I let the days pass and I couldn't give you the things that I really wanted to. And having to tell them that you stopped. And if you can imagine that and play that activity in your head of letting them down because you just couldn't get out of your own head, it makes things a lot different for your urgency to get things done, because if you're making it only solely about you, it's super easy to cop out and to play small because you're the only one holding yourself accountable.
Yeah.
um, and that hit me really hard, because having that conversation with my parents and being like, sorry mom, like I gave up on myself a long time ago. I couldn't give you the things that I wanted to, and that, oh, that got me so good.
Well, that is so powerful.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, well, let's bring it back after that. That was deep.
Go on and on about everything else.
Yeah, that was deep. That's crazy. But let's bring it back. So you're in Vancouver, you're stuck there
Yeah.
for almost 5 months it was.
Yeah.
What happened for you? What happened? How did you get home? How did you get
Yeah.
back to Indonesia when they're telling you no, you can't fly, flights are canceled, da 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 da.
Well, the thing was, the only thing that I couldn't holding me back from going back to Indonesia, there were still flights running. It was
Yeah.
just more so the actual visa process to get back to
Mhm.
Indonesia. And so the usual social visa that I was on, which is I could stay 6 months at a time and then keep renewing over and over again. I did that for like a long time.
Mhm.
And it's a bit cheaper as well, but you have to keep extending, which is very annoying because you have to keep going back and forth. Um, they paused that completely. And I have every day having to tell Johnny, like my boyfriend, like I just can't come back because they extended it for another 2 weeks. And when they keep doing that, you guys know this whole year has just been extending. It will be better this month, and then it's a year, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then I finally found in contact with someone who has a proper work visa. So it's called a KITAS, these kind of this visa. So it can last a year to 2 years. Usually you're sponsored by someone in the country, like a dive shop, or if you're going to be a manager of a hotel, the owners of that hotel will buy your KITAS for you, and then you pay off increments in your paycheck. It takes off your paycheck. So then you're paid off over a year or something, because it's not cheap. But there's another key test visa that I applied for that was for entrepreneurs, for someone who works for themselves. And it's called an investor's key test. And I finally, money mindset, huh? I was like, this is an investment in myself. If this is what I want, and guess what, guys? I didn't have $3,600 in my pocket. Okay, I didn't.
Mhm.
But I was like, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to make this work. Put my head down and worked, and I paid it off in literally 3 weeks. I'm sorry, what? Like, how does that even happen? I did that. I did it because I wanted it so bad. And then I paid it off, and it was a 45-day process. And so at that point, I just had to wait. And I've never been more present with my family and my friends before in my entire life. And I really lived up Vancouver for the first time in years. Um, and I used to resent North Vancouver with my whole heart because I felt stuck there a lot of the time and I didn't want to be there. And then all of a sudden I feel like a grown up in a sense, where I was like, this is a part of me. This is home. This is where a lot of the people that I love, and it's so beautiful. And I saw it for like fresh new eyes, and I really immersed myself. And I learned that stop trying to run away from things. Just, like I sat there and I was like, I'm here, so I'm going to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
You also
Change.
said something to me before where you were saying you didn't want to get too close to people while you were here before because you didn't want
Oh,
to leave them.
yeah, oh my God. I look back and I'm like, how sad is that? Like, come on, Carly. Like, but I ran with that. I was confident in that. Like, don't want to get attached to people, I thought it was cool. So stupid. So stupid. Um, I always I had a lot of friendships definitely like shatter because of definitely me taking responsibility for, well, I was always leaving, but I always didn't want to be so attached. So I kind of detached before I even left
Mm,
before.
yeah.
So right? I was like mentally checked out many times. And my friends, a lot of the time, who maybe we weren't even really on par anymore, still kind of, it just, I look back and it wasn't fair to a few of them for sure. And I have had a lot of hard conversations with people this time around, and a lot of things mended, and a lot of adult conversations that needed to be have of forgiveness,
Yeah.
right? A lot of hovering things. But I was always afraid of, yeah, being attached, even to my family. And it was on a subtle level. I wasn't like F you family. It was always just kind of like distance, or that I would visit once in a while. And that again is like, I think the most important thing in this world is your family and friends, and you can pick your family and such and make new families. But end of the day, I thought being alone was like powerful. I was like, I'm independent. I don't need anybody. And now I'm like this big mush of like a marshmallow softie of just like, I want love everywhere. I
Yeah,
don't care if it hurts when I leave. I want it, you know? Yeah.
I get that. And I sense that in you. You have so much love to give to everybody. But while you were here, you did a ton of personal development. That included in your personal development.
Yeah.
So for you to be back there now,
Yes, I did it.
how does it feel?
Oh my God, it feels amazing. But that's just it. It is the way you think. It is your mindset. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. You're like where you are necessarily. Like I am just as happy as I am right now as I was back in Vancouver because I choose it to be so.
Mhm.
Like I could have been miserable in Canada. Oh, I'm stuck here, blah, blah, blah. Like the old me who had that version where I was stuck in my head over everything and not accepting the beauty around me, when it's literally the way you view the world. So now I'm here and it's just absolutely insanely beautiful. But I've been depressed here on this island before. I've been upset, and I'm not saying that I'll never not feel that way again. We're human, we could go up and down, but I
Yeah.
never had this vision of the appreciation of literally being alive. I think that's what it is. I think it's just an appreciation for being alive right now on this earth and being so privileged to even have all that I do have. And it's the gratitude, appreciation for, that's the answer. That is the answer to everything. Are you feeling depressed? What are you grateful for? That will pop you out of feeling so bad, because when you're depressed, you make it about you. You're in
Yes.
your own head. It's me, 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 me. I'm a victim. Oh my God, no one understands me. Well, how about maybe your problem is very similar to Sally over there? So everybody has a kind of the same issues at the end of the day, in a way, with being human.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I'm I'm queen of my world.
Yes.
I am. And
Yes, I love that. Oh,
right? I was gonna say king, and I'm like, no, no, no.
that
um,
is really like what I just said. That's what life is all about. Appreciation for everything. Live every single day with love, gratitude for just being alive, for waking up, for opening your eyes that day.
yeah, yeah. It's like what Beck says in our business. She says, today is the day. Today is the day. Today it could be the day that could change the rest of your life.
Yep.
But I also think like you don't know what could happen. Like today, you don't know if tomorrow will come. Right? Like, why are we treating our days like it's just nothing? Like, I'm so guilty of it too, where days will go by and I'm like, what did I even do? Like, yeah, and we need the low times to really understand that. And I'm
Yeah.
so thankful for all the times that I have. But now I think I'm more fully aware of just the urgency to live this life the way that I think I should, or I should stop kind of wasting the time that I just want to get things done, and I want to affect people in a beautiful way, and I want to help others be successful. And being here on the island, I have this freedom as well, because of the business. I have time freedom to enjoy the island, and some people are still in a desk inside on this beautiful tropical island, and they're doing 9 to 5,
Yeah.
right? Like, and I've seen the situation we're in and how grateful I am. No matter where you are, you can still be in the dark or clocking in and out, and that I don't want that anymore, Madison. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, life is good here. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm making it so. I'm creating a magical, sparkly life, and I just, yeah, I, I want to be happy. But me saying that, like I am, because I right now, it's not until I get something or until I get my next promotion. Like I'm so happy, like now, even on this process of getting to my next destination. Like
Mhm.
that's it. So yeah, so many lessons and so many feelings and stuff. So I'm happy.
I think that is so incredible. And there's so much that is so relatable for so many people in this little story that you're telling. And it's like the takeaway at the end of the day is everybody, anyone, all of you, me, you, everyone, You can make your life sparkly and beautiful. You have the choice. You choose today to make your life sparkly, make it beautiful, become the queen of your own world and your life today because you choose it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it takes time, definitely takes time to find that little sparkle, because everybody has one. Everybody. I don't care who you are, what, it doesn't matter. When I see somebody who's in their element and they're happy, I don't care what physically, don't care what they look, it doesn't matter. When you see someone, they're so attractive. Everyone's so, oh, yeah, she's got something, he's got something.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's just all in the practices that you do each day, little bits of self-development. And that could be like a whole other divine discussion on like more things that maybe we can do to keep a confident, happy, sparkly life. Right? That
Love
can be
that.
another whole topic. I got so many of those little in my little goodie bag that I could share, and I'm sure you do too. So, yeah. Wait, do I have my book? Oh. No, I don't.
Read this book. Think and Grow Rich. Okay.
Yeah,
Think
it's
it,
not just
and you
it's
can
it's
have it.
that's
Okay.
it, baby.
Well, on that note, honestly, that was so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with everybody because, like I said, there's so much value in that story. And everybody, remember, it's all in your mindset. It's up to you. It's up to you at the end of the day.
Yeah, thank you, Madison, for wanting to even have me like share my story. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, baby.
Let me go.
Okay. Bye.